And now, News Channel 21 Sports with Femi Abebefe.
In Pac-12 hoops action, the 11th-ranked Oregon Ducks traveled across the Bay Area to take on Stanford at Maples Pavilion. Now, Thursday was a slice of humble pie for the Ducks after losing to Cal by 20. This afternoon, we'd find out if they'd had enough or needed another serving. We're right in the heart of the madness here at Spokane Arena for the first round of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Now, the Oregon Ducks enter the big dance as the top seed in the West region for the first time in school history. That's where they'll begin their Final Four journey against 16-seeded Holy Cross, who's actually right behind me getting their shoot-around done. Now, the Ducks will have to wait one more night before they can break out the dancing shoes, but here's what they had to say today ahead of tomorrow afternoon's game. Gather round, ring the bell, and put your dukes up because we're about to dance, baby. Well, maybe not you and me, but a couple dozen young boxers would go toe-to-toe tonight in Redmond at the Oregon Golden Gloves Championship. Give me 3 keys to tonight's game, and what do you guys have to do to be able to pull off the upset against Wilsonville?
We got to rebound. They crash the boards hard. When they run, we got to be ready to run with them.
The temperatures are getting warmer, which means the winter sports season is heating up. We're heading down the stretch as tonight serves as one of the final big playbacks. The top-seeded Oregon Ducks came into the big dance riding an 8-game winning streak, and they came out yesterday afternoon just humming as they defeated Holy Cross by 39, their largest margin of victory all season. Now, tomorrow they'll take a little bit of a step up in the competition as they're taking on 8-seeded St. Joe's, winners of the Atlantic 10 Conference Tournament. Now, for the handful in attendance, that's you, Alicia, and the thousands watching at home, let's get ready for top plays! God, I've always wanted to do that. I'm not even sure what I was doing with my hands there. Welcome back to News Channel 21 at 6, where we're live in Eugene, where about 90 minutes ago, a sellout crowd here at Autzen Stadium saw the Oregon Ducks win the 119th Civil War. Now, going in, the Ducks were about a 35-point favorite, expected to decimate the Beavers. But, like most rivalry games, this one wasn't played on paper. Before the season, if you'd have told me the Portland Trailblazers were just a half game out of the 8th place at the All-Star break, I'd have called you a liar. But here we are. Well, Lauren, it got a little nerve-wracking here for the Oregon Ducks, but thanks to big efforts from Tyler Dorsey and Dylan Brooks, they were able to shake off a 7-point deficit and take down 8-seeded St. Joe's to advance to the Sweet 16 for the first time in 4 years. Now, today, we welcome the boys to the big stage, where the action was headlined by the 5th-seeded Summit Storm taking on the 4th-seeded Churchill Lancers. Now, earlier this season, the Storm beat Churchill by 8, and today, guess what? They beat them by 8 again to advance to the state semifinals for the first time in school history. It's the biggest high school football game on the high desert in recent memory. 2 Intermountain Conference rivals going at it in the 5A state football quarterfinals. Number 6 Summit, number 3 Redmond, only one can move on to the semis. The first matchup of the year saw Summit beat Redmond 49-7. First drive for the Storm, Sean Kent gets the toss and doesn't find much room, which is when he just reverses the field. Kent finds a convoy and takes it all the way into Panther territory. That would set up a Summit touchdown a handful of plays later. Redmond now on the move. What can Brown do for you? As in Derek Brown, who outruns the defense and takes it to the house to put Redmond up 7-6. That kid is truly something else. To the second quarter, Summit up 12-7. 3rd and 20. Dawson Rule out of the Wildcat picks up the first down. The next drive, Rule, rinse, and repeat. Summit goes on to beat Redmond 42-14 to advance to the semifinals for the first time in school history. To Corvallis we go for the contest between Utah and Oregon State. Early in the first half, Gary Payton II showing that range from 3 as GP2 knocks it down. Moments later, Utah's big man Jacob Pottle, so skilled, spinning and getting it to go in the paint. But watch this play right here from the Beavers. Good defense there from Drew Eubanks to deny the entry feed. Payton says, hey, big fella, I'll reward you. Alley-oop to the freshman Eubanks, the crowd at Gill on their feet. Fast forward to 2 seconds left in the game. Stephen Thompson Jr. at midcourt gets fouled. Cannot believe it. He'll go and shoot 3 free throws. He makes the first to force overtime. He would make the second to take the lead. And just to put the cherry on top, look at Thompson with the smile right there, cashing the third, as Utah's inbounds pass would pretty much be nothing but that, as the Oregon State Beavers with the come-from-behind victory to beat the Utes 71-69. Get this, the number 6th ranked Ridgeview Ravens are in danger of missing the 5A playoffs. They're ranked 6th. That's how tough the IMC is, and sitting atop the conference are the number 1 ranked Mountain View Cougars, who have already beaten Ridgeview twice. But would the 3rd time be the charm for the Ravens? Let's find out. The top-ranked Cougars were going for the series sweep in enemy territory. Let's pick it up in the third. George Mendozona gets to the elbow and gets the friendly roll to go as the Ravens were up 3 early in the second half. The Ravens played possessed on defense. Check out the block by Garrett Albrecht. Get up out his trap house. The Cougars, though, would hang tough. Brian Cinto drives to the basket, follows his miss, puts it in off the glass. Hard work. Just moments later, Davis Hawley gets to the paint, draws some contact, gets the off-balance jumper to fall. I mean, what shot can't he hit? In the fourth, Mendozona would dump it down to Albrecht, who kicks it out to Alvarez, who has all-day splash. The Ravens led by as much as 8 in the fourth, but when the Cougars needed a big bucket, they called upon Austin Albin, who knocked down the long jumper. This was a back-and-forth affair. Carson Mansell gets Kaimi Kirsnowski to go up for the pump, hoop, and the harm. Give that man some dap. Mountain View, though, not going away. Mentaugen drives on Alvarez, kisses the shot off the glass. These kids can ball. So with 3.2 seconds left, game tied at 54. Haugen pulls up at the elbow, but wait, there's a whistle. Alvarez draws the charge. Haugen can't believe it. Ravens pumped. 0.6 seconds left. Manziel inbounds it to Mendozona. Got it. A 35-footer at the buzzer. Turn out the lights. Cold-blooded, winner, chicken dinner. All the phrases apply as the Ridgeview Ravens take down the #1 ranked Mountain View Cougars as time expires, 57-54. They'll be talking about this one for a while. What a game. Saturday is the 14th annual Great Nordine cross-country ski and fat bike race. Now this week, I decided to dig deeper and find out the origin of the name Nordine. With the help of the Deschutes Historical Museum, I was able to learn the story of a fabled trophy that will link the past with the present this weekend.
Quite the decorations around the trophy itself. There's also this beautiful inlay of 2 skis.
Before we get to the trophy known simply as the Klamath, you have to understand the backstory of Emil Nordin. Fellow Swedish-American Tor Hansen was asked to be a part of an upcoming exhibition at the Deschutes Historical Museum in February. Hansen requested to be on the committee because he was previously researching for a book he was working on about Bend mill workers.
So I put it into my database and got over 100 hits. With that in mind, I started kind of researching Nordin and see what it was all about.
Hansen learned how Nordin and other Scandinavians who lived in Bend had an affinity for cross-country skiing. He even found a set of skis Nordin left behind.
So here we have Emil Nordin's skis that he used in the 1929 race and more than likely in the 1931 race as well.
The skis are about 8 feet long, which was a tall order for a man who was just getting into competitive racing.
When he decided to join the race, he hadn't stood on a pair of skis for 19 years.
But that didn't stop him in 1931 when he won the Fort Klamath to Crater Lake 42-mile race in a record time, 5 hours and 35 minutes at the age of 41. And because he won the race for a second time, he got to keep the all-silver 39-inch prize trophy known as the Klamath.
Shortly afterwards, somebody offered him $10,000 on the spot, cash, for the trophy. So, but Emil was good with that and wanted to keep the trophy, so he said no.
However, 39 years later, Nordin had a change of heart and donated it to his home country under one stipulation.
He decided to bequeath the trophy to the Swedish Ski Association.
The trophy was used as a rotating prize for a Swedish ski race for decades before being put on display at a museum. Fast forward to 2015 when Hansen decided to travel to the museum in Umeå, Sweden to see if they'd lend the Klamath to the Deschutes Historical Museum. They said yes, which left him speechless.
Like a little kid when you see your toy for the first time, we were both almost squealing when we opened it up, and I mean, it's a beautiful piece.
In 1931, the Klamath was worth $1,600. Today, after inflation, its estimated worth is $25,000.
On the back side, there's also names of the different people winning.
1931 was the last time Nordin competed in the Fort Klamath to Crater Lake race. And after 56 years, the Klamath has returned home.
It's really kind of a crowning effort, not only for me, but also for the museum.
Now, Nordin passed away in 1986, but Hansen says his legacy will live on with the Klamath. And for the first time since 1970, it will be on display at the museum as a part of the awards ceremony after Saturday's race. And it'll also be in Bend until they have to send it back to the Swedish Museum in mid-November. I'm in Redmond at Central Oregon CrossFit to experience the culture firsthand.
30 burpees, 20 goblet squats.
Whether I'm a competitor, whether I'm a beginner, we're all helping each other get better.
That type of community vibe is why Joey Lochner says CrossFit is for everyone. Central Oregon CrossFit owner Greg Bridge believes the #1 tip for any newcomer is to not be intimidated.
If you can just get in the door and meet some of the people, that's what keeps them coming back.
Join you guys a little bit. So we'll see how it goes today.
It's the people in here that really keep me going and keep me excited about this.
Excited is one thing.
3, 2, 1, go!
Tired is another.
It was so brutal, but there's something about it that when it was done, after, a 20-minute recovery, I'm like, I kind of like this.
Oh, it's easy to laugh when you're done, but the workout, it's no joke.
Doing well. He's doing surprisingly well.
He's good. He's doing good. He's rocking it. For a first-timer, he's doing awesome.
Every day is something new, something different, and it just keeps you coming, keeps you coming, keeps you coming, and just show up. That's the biggest thing.
Because you're up against the clock, it's important to remember to stay safe and use proper technique.
If you get ahead of yourself and try and just throw a ton of weight on a bar or try and move it really fast, then you can't hurt yourself. So that's what the coaches are here for, to make sure you're lifting properly.
At the end of the day, though, it's all about jumping in and getting after it.
You do not have to get in shape to do CrossFit. You do CrossFit to get in shape.
150. Oh, boy. Nice work, dude. That's awesome.
Obviously, just got done with a heck of a workout at the box here at Central Oregon CrossFit in Redmond. A wide variety of people doing it all the way up from 70 to their teens. Doesn't matter who you are, you can try this as well. You can sign up in person or online at any CrossFit gym in Central Oregon. So I'm going to have to leave you guys reporting in Redmond. A very tired Femi Abebefe, News Channel 21.